Good evening and welcome to the Senate Chamber in the Kansas State Capitol. My name is Ty Masterson and I'm honored to serve as the newly elected president of the Kansas Senate. I want to thank Governor Laura Kelly for her remarks tonight in her annual State of the State address. Due to the nature of this being recorded ahead of time, I don't know exactly what will be said. So rather than a traditional response, I want to focus on our vision for the coming year. As we get to work on your behalf, it is my sincere hope that we will be able to find common ground on issues where we can agree, and that we can have spirited yet respectful debate on the rest. We look forward to working together with the governor and our colleagues across the aisle to put Kansans first, and we sincerely hope they will be willing to come to the table and set aside partisan politics for the benefit of our Kansas families. As we work to address the many issues before us this session, we pledge to work diligently to deliver on the promises made. The Kansas State motto is ad aspera per aspera, which means to the stars through difficulty. It is not easy to find a year where Kansans have lived up to this motto more than 2020. If you will bear with me, let's take a moment to remember those who have been lost during this past year, one of which was my own father, who I miss dearly. While we mourn, we also celebrate each life and pray for the husbands, wives, sons, and daughters, and all those impacted by this year's challenges. Kansans have endured the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic with great courage and often great sacrifice. From our frontline healthcare workers fighting the pandemic, to struggling small businesses working to keep our economy going, to parents who have to navigate challenges of school closures as well as blended, virtual, and in-person learning. The credit belongs to you, the people of Kansas. And this is a fundamental difference in the intended meaning of the language we often use. When politicians on one side talk about Kansas and its condition, they are referring to the government of Kansas. But when I use it, I'm talking about you, the people of Kansas. We will be able to emerge from these challenges stronger than ever before because of the hard work and sacrifice of Kansans and their willingness to come together to help their neighbors and their communities. Kansas Republicans believe the policies we enact in Topeka must first and foremost protect our constitutional liberties and always trust Kansans to know what is best for themselves and their families. We trust Kansans and should let them keep more of their hard-earned money. Kansas currently ranks in the bottom 5 states in the overall state and local tax burden on their families, and this has to change. Kansas taxpayers should also be allowed the opportunity to take advantage of the federal tax cuts, and we must work to enact meaningful property tax reform to allow seniors and families to stay in their homes. We trust Kansans to open their businesses and to do so safely. In fact, the state should always be on the side of keeping businesses open, not letting unelected, unaccountable bureaucrats define who is essential and which of you is not. Small businesses are the backbone of our economy, and government must give them the tools to be successful by promoting a business climate that is attractive to job creators so they want to locate in Kansas and remain here long term. We trust you with the education of your children, and you should have a voice in their educational opportunities. We must retain local control of our schools and adopt a student-focused approach to education policy so every student has the opportunity to succeed. We trust you to make your own healthcare choices, and we will work to give you and your family flexibility to obtain affordable coverage that best meets your needs, all while preserving our established safety net programs for whom they were intended. We trust you to make the decisions for yourself and your family as to how best to stay safe. We will not support the governor's regime of unconstitutional mandates and edicts. We trust you will always make the best decisions for your family, not the government. Finally, we trust you to have a voice in our government to ensure a culture of life can flourish in our great state. That's why we believe it's essential the legislature adopt the Value Them Both constitutional amendment, which will give every Kansan a voice in whether laws prohibiting the taxpayer funding of abortion and simple things like requiring parental notification can remain on the books. As Republicans, we pledge to always work to put Kansans first and tackle each and every issue with your best interest at heart. During these tumultuous times, we are here to serve you, and together we can move our great state forward. May God bless you and your family, and may God bless the great state of Kansas. Thank you for listening.